Well. It seems that AMD market share isn't actually declining like it was reported, several months before, and month after month after month, it was reported that AMD was losing market share. Well, it seems that according to the most recent Steam survey, and again, take Steam survey with a grain of salt because there are several inconsistencies, but AMD reported before that they increased profit in the GPU market. So if they increased profit, they either have bigger margins or they sold way more GPUs. And we know that with RDNA 4, the margins aren't that great. That's exactly why they wanted to make it even higher in terms of pricing. So if the margins aren't that great, they had to sell a lot more GPUs. And we saw in the beginning when Nvidia basically had no stock, and we go to countries like Japan, to even in America, in Micro Center and so on, the 9070 XT and the 9070 cards just sold like hotcakes, especially the 9070 XT cards. And that's all great and so on, and fanboys just cry over everything. So let's have a short word from our sponsor. Today's sponsor is GVG Mall, bringing lots of software deals like Windows 10 and several versions of Windows 11 like Home, Pro, and even the LTSC Enterprise. You also have Office 2021 with Windows 11 design, where you can use my SKG discount code for 30% off, getting your Windows 11 key for $25 and your Windows 10 one for $15. After that, just use your key on your Windows settings and you'll have an activated system. So according to video cards, AMD Radeon reaches 19% in the Steam hardware survey, RX 9070 XT and 9060 XT appear finally. So it's over 1 year and they finally appear in the Steam survey. And it is kind of sketchy, because if the card sold as well as people said they did, well, they should have appeared way sooner. And by the way, in terms of the Steam survey, I got like three of the computers that I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 9 computers here. And it was only in like 3 or 4 of them that I received the Steam survey, and most of them have AMD GPUs. So yeah, it is what it is, but well, take these with a grain of salt, but let's continue to read a bit. Valve has published the Steam hardware and software survey for May 2026. Yes, this survey data was a bit delayed, yeah, but perhaps that's a good thing given they often have issues with data presentation. The latest chart shows AMD reaching 19.13% in the PC video card usage by manufacturer. Now, this isn't really desktop usage, it is just the full pie, let's call it that. So people that have that actually enter the survey and that they have, for example, AMD GPUs, AMD iGPUs. That means that older GPUs, newer GPUs, laptops, everything just goes there. So that's why we see Intel there as well with 8%. And by the way, 19% for AMD is actually quite good. I believe that since we are watching at the May 2026, I believe that in June, July, and as the time continues in 2026, their market share will get bigger. And I believe this will happen because, firstly, the Nvidia prices are greatly increased, way more than they should. On the AMD side, on the AMD GPU side, that isn't really the case. Prices are at MSRP or slightly above MSRP. They did do a massive pile of garbage with the 9070 GRE. That is a great card, overclocks extremely well, but since the pricing is very bad, nobody will get it. But if they do pricing correctly in the next few months, the 9070 GRE will sell well as well. So they'll have the 9070 non-XT, 9070 GRE, 9070 XT and 9060 XT selling actually at close to MSRP or sometimes even a little less, while Nvidia is always above MSRP, and to be honest, most cards don't really have much stock like the 5070 Ti. So you're much better getting a 9070 XT, which costs way less and delivers around the same performance. In terms of technologies, yes, it is still subpar. It doesn't really have multi-frame generation yet, doesn't really have many other things, but well, it has advanced shader delivery as of now. So it has some things that Nvidia does have, but most times software-wise the 5070 Ti is better. But again, it also costs way more. But well, Nvidia remains far ahead at 72.42%, which is expected. Intel is listed at 8.05%, and that comes to what I told you before. It is just a full picture. If we go to like desktop GPUs with the ARC GPUs, we're talking about, let's say, 1% at most. The rest is integrated graphics, while others account for 0.4%. Steam's survey is optional and anonymous, so the data should not be treated as direct market share report, like I told you before. It is also worth noting that Nvidia peaked at 84.7% during the Chinese New Year, basically showing how data can change simply because of a large gaming community has more time to play games. Yes, so since they play more games, then the survey comes to them, then they, well, you know, that's how it works. As for the graphics, we have them here. Yeah, 8% for Intel, 19.13%, and blah 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 blah. Now this isn't really what's relevant here for my video, just a short video again. What is relevant here in my opinion is that the 9070 XT appeared like that. We had no data before, and as you can see, the May data also brings two new RDNA 4 entries to the GPU list. The Radeon RX 9070 XT appears at 1.35%, while the Radeon RX 9060 XT is listed at 0.79%. So this means that, in theory, from one month to another, there were lots tens of thousands of people that bought a 9070 XT and 9060 XT cards. Like maybe hundreds, thousands of people, which makes absolutely no sense, and we know that's not real. It is just that people finally went to the Steam survey and they said that they had these cards. That's what it is. But it is interesting to note that if you go for January, 0, February 0, March 0, April 0, and then 1.33%. We know RDNA 4 cards sold very well, and they keep selling very well, and mostly because of pricing, because otherwise people would just get the 5070 Ti instead of the 9070, the 5070 instead of the 9070 non-XT, because if they had the same pricing, of course people would go to Nvidia since we have more features. But this is not the case. AMD cards are much cheaper, and that's why people are buying. It's not feasible that from one month to another it grows to 1.33%, and the same goes for the 9060 XT. But again, 19% Steam hardware survey percentage for AMD is quite nice.
This is like common sense.
As for the CPU chart, it also continues to move towards AMD. On Windows systems, genuine Intel is listed at 55.02%, down 0.79 points, while authentic AMD is at 44.97%, up 0.79 points. Combined platform data shows AMD at 46% and Intel at roughly 54%. If the current trend from early 2025 continues in a straight line, AMD and Intel could reach parity on Steam around March 2027. And yeah, we know that CPU-wise, Intel has been completely demolished, especially in Europe, where for each CPU that Intel sells, AMD sells like 5 or 6, which is insane. And that is because of one of the things that I talked about on my previous CPU comparison video, 5500X 3D versus the 7600X, and I also include the Core Ultra 5 250K Plus and some other CPUs, just to show that this is how you grow a community. You need to have longevity, and that's where Intel is actually losing. For example, if Intel had one more CPU generation on the LGA 1700, I believe, or no, 1800, I don't really know, but with the new socket where they have the Core Ultra CPUs, if they had at least one more generation, yeah, I would actually recommend the 250K, because the 250K is an amazing CPU for its price. But again, it's on a dead platform. You can't really upgrade more than that. The fastest CPU that you could get would be the Core Ultra 9, the 285K or something like that. And gaming wise, it doesn't really perform that great. While on AM5 you can just go get the 7600X right now. Gaming wise, it will be still slower than the 250K. Productivity wise will be much slower. But you can upgrade up to the 9550 X3D or the X3D2, and you have another CPU generation on top of that, Zen 6, which will be even faster. There is absolutely no way to recommend the 250K unless you want to upgrade, let's say, every 5, 6, 7 years. If that's the case, the 250K is an excellent CPU because in 6 or 7 years you'll be most likely upgrading to AM6 or another Intel socket. So that makes sense. If you are upgrading, let's say, every 3 years or something like that, AMD is the way to go because you have, again, way more longevity. And well guys, I guess that's all for today's very short video. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you that it is what it is. People saying that RDNA 4, because there are lots of people on the hardware subreddit and so on saying that RDNA 4 sales, the sales numbers that AMD presented were bullshit, and that there was no way RDNA 4 sold well and had no percentage whatsoever in the Steam survey. Well, now it has percentage on the Steam survey, again, over 1% RX 9070 XT and now 9060 XT. The 9070 was already presented, the non-XT, which makes even less sense because the 9070 XT sold way more than the 9070 non-XT. And now we have the 9070 GRE that sold very poorly again, not because the card is bad, it's just the pricing that is atrocious, and at least according to some leaks we'll have the 9050 XT for extremely entry level, so I guess that things will get better and better. And again, people will also start getting some used RDNA 3 GPUs, I believe, as soon as FSR 4.1 lands on RDNA 3, which is great because RDNA 3 used GPUs will get very cheap and still are very cheap. Like for example, you can get a decently cheap 7800 XT, which still performs better in terms of raw power than the 9060 XT, and since it will have FSR 4.1 now optimized for RDNA 3, it will still be a very good contender. Of course, it won't get newer things, most likely like multi-frame generation and so on, but having FSR 4.1 will definitely increase the value of those cards that, as of now, on the second-hand market are very cheap. AMD could be very well at 25-30% or even more than that if they weren't dumb, making dumb decisions all the time. But well, I guess they know what they're doing because I mean, the company is growing, they are selling GPUs, they're selling CPUs, they're selling lots of them to AI, the shares are just skyrocketing, so I guess they know what they're doing. I don't really own the company, so yeah. And well guys, that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. By the way, I can tell you that I'm already working on testing the advanced shader delivery. I actually got the ultimate plan in order to test it just for that. And I'll be doing, for example, Expedition 33, Hogwarts Legacy and Forza Horizon 6, testing the Steam version versus the Windows Store or the Xbox Store version that has advanced shader delivery, which means that as soon as you enter the game, the shaders will load way faster, like up to 90% or more than that faster, and at the same time, the stutters in-game will also be way reduced. And in Hogwarts Legacy, it takes a long time to load the shaders, so we'll see the difference in Steam versus Xbox Store in order to see how much advanced shader delivering does the difference or makes the difference. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video. Cheers!